Yeah, so I'm not going to wait. I'm going to start. Okay, every time when you see sin and cos, correct? You want to find the range. You must start with one true facts about sin of an angle and cos of an angle. I know that cos of the angle 2x, for whatever value I put in, highest is 1. Lowest is -1. So my y, there are 3 cos 2x, correct? My y, there are 3 cos 2x, correct? So I times the whole inequality by 3. Then I plus 1, am I right? So the left hand side, I plus 1. The right hand side also, I plus 1. All right? So that means, therefore, the range is equal to y. Y is the member of real number, and y is within here, -2 and 4. Right? Got it? Okay? If you can see straight away, you can write down. You don't have to write the step. You see or not? I write the step is to tell you how I get the answer. If all these steps you can work in your mind, go ahead. I'm not going to deduct your mark for that. Okay? Now, part B. Part B, I'm going to show you how I get the y-intercept. The x-intercept, I will do it later when you sketch the graph. Okay, so for part B, when you want to find the y-intercept, you put your x equal to 0. So 3 cos 0 plus 1. True fact, cos 0 is 1. So the answer is 4. All right? So now everyone take out your graphic calculator, key in the function, put the domain, the x minimum as 0, the x maximum as 6, then do a zoom fit. No need y maximum. You are talking about you use the domain, then you do zoom fit. This is your x minimum. This is your x maximum. Then you do a zoom fit. Sorry. Okay, so you do a zoom fit. You see the x minimum is, the y minimum is -2. So when you talk about cos or sin function, correct? The lowest it can go is -2. So usually when I sketch the graph, correct? I will put a dotted line here. This is my lower boundary. And my upper boundary is 4. So it's easier for me to sketch the graph. So you see, and you see that this is the equilibrium point. That is 1. So I will put a dotted line here also. All right. So for any sin or cos function, correct? Yeah. You know that the basic graph of cos x or sin x, correct? It will complete one cycle in 2 pi. Am I right? That is what you learn in high school. Okay, those who don't know, it doesn't matter. You can use your graphic calculator and get the answer. So I use this to give me a better judgment of how to draw the graph. So it will go like that. Come down here. This is called concave. Down. Then it go convex until here. Then it go concave again. So mine is not accurate. I think my scale is not right. Okay. Yeah. So you see from here to here. Okay, let me mark. It's called one cycle. You see or not? Okay, then after that it go, then it go down again. Then after that it go up again until here. Hang somewhere here. Why it hang somewhere there? Because 6 is around. What is 6? 6 is around what? If you 6 is how many pi? 6 radian is equal to how many pi? How are you going to turn 6 radian to how many pi? You take 6 divided by pi, please. You take 6 divided by pi. Huh? What do you get? 6 divided by pi? 1.9. So 6 is approximately 2 pi. Am I right? Approximately 2 pi. Near 2 pi. That's why the graph doesn't go right up here. It hangs somewhere there. So I will stop at 6. So why is 2 cycle within 2 pi is because of the number 2 here. So just give you some idea about the frequency. If you study in high school, if you didn't, it's okay, it's fine. Huh? Okay, so now you look from the graph, I can get my x-intercept, correct? They are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so can you tell me what is the x-intercept? You count? There are 4 of them. Afterward, I'm going to teach you how to solve, not from the graph. Yep. Can you give me the x-intercept? 0.9553. The first one. Okay, that is the first one. Huh? Second one. It should be 1 point something. 2. 2.1862, the second one. Sure? Are you sure? I'm not sure. 2.1862. Okay, correct. 2.1862. The third one? 246. 5 point something. Is it 5 point something? 4 point something. 4.00970. Okay, X number 4. 5.246. Are you sure? Okay. 5.3271. Okay. So how do we solve this? Huh? All your answers are different, Kevin. Do you get a graph like that? Is your graph like this? Now correct. Okay. Okay, are you okay? So how we get the x-intercept? Yeah, your graph correct. Then you find the x-intercept by go to second trace. Then you select the 0, left bound, right bound. You press this, second trace. Then you select the 0. Your x-intercept got different answer, then you have to show me the graph. Now I cannot tell you unless you are here. Those in the class, you get the same answer? Okay. So actually, how do we get the x-intercept? Okay, let me. So if we want to get the x-intercept, what we do is we put the y equal to 0. So we are supposed to solve this trigo function, correct? Am I right? So I'm saying 3 cos 2x is equal to -1. So the value of my cos 2x is equal to -1/3. Okay, so in order to find the value of the angle of 2x, okay, so these are the steps that you have to follow. Okay, so what are the steps? First, they give us the range of x is between 0 and 6. But the size of our angle is 2x. So the possible value for 2x will be between 12 and 0. So this is called angle. X is not the angle. 2x is the angle because 2x is in the cos. Are you clear? So the size of the angle is 2x, not x. X is the variable that gives you the size of the angle. Are you clear? So that is the first thing that you have to take notes of. Are you clear? Second thing, any trigo equation, if you want to solve, you must have this knowledge. All, sin, tangent, cos. All right? I write this means if the angle is between 0 and pi/2, this is called the first quadrant. When I say first quadrant, that means the size of the angle is between 0 and pi/2. When I say second quadrant, the size of the angle is between pi/2 and pi. When I refer to third quadrant, means the size of the angle is between pi and 3pi/2. When I say fourth quadrant, the size of the angle is between 3pi/2 and 2pi. Then it can go on and round. Are you clear? Can or not? Okay, that's the first thing. So if the angle, the value of the cos or the sin or the tangent of the angle is positive, that means the angle can be in first quadrant. So the angle is in first quadrant. How do we get the angle? How do we get the angle? So this is the formula that you have to follow. Okay, the angle. The angle. Why is it like that? Can someone help me? See? Want to play a fool with me. The angle is equal to the acute angle. So that means our second step here, we must find the acute angle. When I say acute angle, I use the alphabet A to represent this acute angle. So the acute angle means cos. I'm talking about cos here, right? I'm talking about cos here. So cos of the acute angle is equal to 1/3. I don't care about the sign. Understand? So what is the value of the acute angle? It will be cos inverse 1/3. So can you please take out your calculator and get it? So everything will go around with the acute angle. So acute angle, that means you don't care about the sign. You just get the positive value. Are you okay? Okay, can someone tell me what is the size of the acute angle for this case? Hmm? 1.23. Okay, so 1.231. Okay. After we have done that, listen here, after we have done that, we are going to go to the third step. Cos 2x is negative. Correct? So that means the angle 2x is in which quadrant? Second and third. Okay? So if the angle is in third quadrant, how to find the angle? The angle will be equal to pi minus the acute angle. Itu formula dia. You kena ingat. You must remember and you must jot this down. And if it's in the third quadrant, the size of that angle will be pi plus acute angle. Are you clear? If the angle is in fourth quadrant, then the size of that angle will be equal to 2 pi minus the acute angle. So if you go second round, the angle will be, you always plus 2 pi. This one, the angle will be, you don't plus 2 pi to the acute. You plus 2 pi to this, so it becomes 3 pi. Are you clear? So the angle will be equal to 3 pi plus acute angle. So the angle here will be equal to 4 pi minus acute angle. So it can go round and round. So 12 is approximately how many pi? 12 is approximately how many pi? 4 pi, approximately, but less than 4 pi, correct? So we write there 4 pi. Okay, so we have determined that cos 2x is negative. The angle 2x is in second and third quadrant. So we start to calculate now. Second quadrant, angle 2x is equal to follow this formula. Pi minus 1.231. So now you calculate for the x, quick. Yeah, 1.911, correct? So is what we get just now, am I right? So it can go to the second quadrant twice. Are you okay? Are you okay? Sure? Can Faham tak? Itu kena ikut rumus. Okay. I don't want to explain all that. That one you learn in high school already. So this is just for those who want to get an A+. If afterward I set a question, I will let you know. If I set the question, and if you don't know this, you cannot use your calculator to help you. You get me? Okay. So if you go second round, this is the first round. If you go second round, your 2x will be equal to 3 pi minus 1.231. Okay, so what do you get? Your x? What is your x? Tunggu orang calculate mana boleh. 3 pi minus 1.231, answer divide by 2. Divide by 2. Okay, you got 4.097. All right? 9688. Yeah, you got that? Betul tak? Okay. The first one is 0.955. Siapa buat salah tu? No wonder you tengok saya, tak beritahu saya itu salah. Minus 1.231. Divide by 2. 0.955. Apa ini? Siapa beritahu saya tu? 9553. Okay? So now we go to third quadrant. First round, your 2x, there is the angle equal to pi plus the acute angle, that is 1.231. So your x is equal to, ini baru 1.9 something, betul tak? Okay, I better buat. Nanti kena marah dengan murid. Divide by 2. No, 2 point something. 2.186. Lebih selamat calculate sendiri. Yeah. So when you go second round, your 2x will be equal to 3 pi plus the acute angle. So your x will be equal to okay, so 5 point something already. So it cannot go another round already, right? Because your x value maximum is 6. So this will be 5.328. Yep. So ini amat penting. And the step that you take. So this is something that I want you to bear in mind if you want to get a good score. Okay, I'm going to give you a question to show you. So anyone bother to look at the table of trigo exact value in chapter 1? You better write down the table in your one-page handwritten notes. Anytime I can ask for exact value. Okay? Student, are you okay? So this is a very important fact that you must know if you want to solve a trigo equation. Are you clear? How to get the value of the angle. When you are in high school, you find that very difficult, right? So these are the steps. You have to know the size of the angle, the possible size of the angle. You have to know the corresponding acute angle, and you have to know if the value of the cosine or tangent of the angle is positive, the angle will be in which quadrant. Then only you start to calculate. So when you talk about trigo, there's a lot of steps to do. And all these steps, you can put it inside here. You don't have to show to the examiner. I show it to you to let you know how your mind must think. You get me? Exam, you don't have to write all this. You don't have to write first, second, third step. No need. Is you have to train your mind to do that. So during the exam, I would just say, corresponding acute angle is this. Then I start to work out on here already. You faham? You get me? But I have all this in mind. So this is very important. So I put an asterisk and I will put down in my one-page handwritten notes, even for my final. Are you clear? So this is the revision for trigo. You understand or not? I cannot go into the theory part anymore. No time for it. Okay, now, can you all please solve this? Okay, I will give you a question. Given y is equal to 2 sin 3x plus minus root 3. Okay? And x is between 0 and pi. Okay? Find the exact value or values of its x-intercept. Okay, so in this case, dengar sini ya, you have to know the exact angle. So if you solve this, so I'm going to give you sin. You know that sin pi by 6 is equal to half. Am I right? Sin pi by 4 is equal to root 2 over 2. Betul tak? Go to chapter 1 and have a look at it. Sin pi by 3 is root 3 over 2. So if my sin of an angle is root 3 over 2, then the acute angle will be pi by 3. Are you clear? Okay, now you work on it and see how. Okay. Okay, so find the exact values of its x-intercept. So what I do is I put y equal to 0. That is 2 sin 3x minus root 3 equal to 0. So my sin 3x is equal to root 3 over 2. All right? So the first thing, what should I do? I have to know the size. Domain given is 0 to pi. But my angle is 3x. All right? So that means it can go 1.5 round anti-clockwise. Okay, second step. I have to find the corresponding acute angle. Means I don't care about the sign. If positive, I take it positive. If negative, I also take it for negative. So it involves sin. So my acute angle will be sin inverse root 3 over 2. So take the third one. So the angle will be pi by 3. Understand? So you must have all these in your one-page handwritten notes also. So the acute angle, the size is pi by 3. Third step, sin of the angle 3x is positive. Root 3 over 2 is positive, correct? So therefore, 3x is in first and second quadrant. Am I right? So you see, x can go 1 round and half round. So first quadrant, you should have 2 answers. Second quadrant, you should have 2 answers. So altogether, you got 4 answers. Am I right? So now I start to work. So all this you don't have to write for the examiner to see. It's in your mind. So now I start to solve. 3x, first quadrant, is equal to the acute angle. So my x is equal to pi by 9. 3x is equal to 2 pi plus the acute angle, second round. Am I right? So you can have 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1, 7. So my x is equal to 7 pi over 9. Settle. So we go to the second quadrant. 3x is equal to pi minus the acute angle. You tengok saya cakap apa, saya tulis apa. Okay, so therefore your x, 2 pi divided by 9. Boleh? Second round, it have to be 3 pi. You add 2 pi to this one. Yeah? Minus the acute angle. 3 times 3, 9. 9 minus 1, 8. So your x is equal to 8 pi divided by 9. Done. Habis cerita. You get me? So you go back and repeat and repeat and repeat until you can be faster than me. If you want to be an A+ student, you must work faster than me. There is no choice. I'm telling you. A+ student, their speed of doing maths is the same as me or faster than me. If not, you are not deserved to be an A+ student. I'm telling you. Are you clear? So these are the basic knowledge about trigo that you must know before we really get into the real calculus of trigo. Okay? So take out your high school trigo, try to do it, please. The important part of it, I extract out already. Okay? So if you want to do well in trigo for calculus, you better go and extract some more you think that you should know. I find that all these are the things that basic thing you must know before we talk about trigo. Are you clear? But I can tell you a lot of things can be done with your graphic calculator. Even you have no knowledge about trigo, you still can use your graphic calculator to get the answer, unless the question say exact value. Boleh? Faham? Okay, thank you, class. Yeah, so next week we will go full force on trigo, calculus. So there are a lot of formula to remember.